The first watering cans we know about date back to 79 AD, and we only know because they got preserved in Herculaneum when Mount Vesuvius blew up. These weren't metal cans like we use today. They were clay pots with holes punched all over the bottom and one small hole on the top. The physics trick was actually pretty clever. You dip the whole pot into your water bucket and it would fill up to the bottom holes. Then you'd put your thumb over the top hole, which trapped all the water inside by not letting any air in. When you lifted your thumb off, the water pressure would shift and it would sprinkle out the bottom. Same principle as lifting a glass out of the sink. As long as there's no air getting up inside the glass, the water stays in. People called them watering pots for centuries because they were always made of clay. Then in the 1700s, manufacturers started making them out of brass and copper and other metals, and that's when folks started calling them watering cans instead. But the basic design stayed pretty much the same, until John Haws came along. He was trying to water his vanilla plants, and he was having an absolute terrible time with it. See, vanilla grows on vines that get over 10 feet tall, and the standard watering can had this one curved handle that made the whole thing awkward to balance. Haws kept spilling water all over himself trying to reach high enough, and so instead of just accepting that this was how it had to be, he completely redesigned the whole thing. He put the spout coming out of the bottom instead of the side. He had a handle that goes across the top for carrying, and another one across the back for tipping. Suddenly, you could reach up high without dumping water everywhere. He patented the whole design in 1886 and made a fortune off of it. When Haws got that patent, he got to name all the parts. That sprinkler head at the end of the spout, it's called a rose. Now, all the websites will tell you that name comes from the Latin word rose, R-O-S, which means dew, and it's got nothing to do with the flower at all. Sure, but this was 1886 England, not 79 AD Rome. The man was naming parts of a garden tool that makes water sprinkle like dewdrops. He was looking for something that sounded like roses. You're not fooling anybody with your etymology. The Haws design is still the standard today, basically unchanged. There's even a 2,000-pound watering can sculpture sitting at the Utica Zoo in New York. And the whole story is a perfect example of what Haws himself realized. If you're having a problem with something, other people are probably having the same problem too. Figure out a solution and sell it. Your daily frustration might be your $1 million idea.